Well, hello. Welcome back, everybody, to episode number 3 of our protocol development series. In our first episode, we built this item magnet. In our second, most recent episode, we built this grappling gun. And it's pretty cool. It's worked out very nicely. And in this episode, what we're going to be working on is a quarry digging protocol. Now, this episode's a little bit different than the previous two because I did a little bit of legwork on the front end. I actually already, I wrote a document on my desktop kind of laying out the idea and the prompt for our AI. So what I'm going to do just to start off is we're just going to open our console and we're going to paste the file path here and just ask our AI, this is Claude AI in Minecraft. We're going to ask it if it can you go read this doc on our desktop to help us start developing this next protocol. We'll see what it says. But yeah, so this is AI in Minecraft. It's really running on the machine on the system level, and it's guided to help the player in the game. Oh, hold on. Give me 1 second. Gotta click out of the game for just a second. Manage my stream a little bit. But here we are. So Claude's working. Claude's going to go read that document, and it's going to help us out. Before we started the protocol development series, we did a whole lot. We actually have a couple protocols. We have this vein miner pick, a timber axe. And so all in all, this will be like the 5th or 6th protocol. But let's see what Claude says. Welcome back, PeacockPlays. Okay, that was it. Welcoming me back to the world. This is where it starts. Reddit, this is a genuinely great spec and honestly one of the most ambitious protocols we've tackled. Ooh, that means we might be in for kind of a long haul here today. This might end up being 2 episodes, but we'll see. Here's my take, plus a few things worth nailing down before we build. The one big architectural point. The run's on its own, so you're freed up. Requirement means this has to live in the mod's Java code as the server-side tick task. Yeah, not me firing commands turn by turn. Good news is that's the right way. Anyway, it'll dig smoothly in real time instead of a laggy burst. It'll dig smooth. Okay, I'd also persist the active query job to the world save so it survives a relaunch and just resumes digging where it left off. Matters since we relaunch a lot. Sound right? Animation. So we'll say, yes, sounds right. Animation. My recommendation is not a real hopper pipe logistic, laggy, fragile, but a fake vacuum tube look. Each mined block spawns a small falling block particle that arcs from the dig point along an arc into the storage chest with a soft mechanical whoosh. And the chest gets the real item. Reads as an industrial pipeline without the trick cost. We can add visible static rigging over the pit, a pipe running down to the center, to the command center as pure doctrine. Decoration. Want that or keep it clean? Yes to the second question too. Let's see. A couple quick questions. 1, circle mode. Should it be the biggest circle that fits inside your 2 corners? For medium, 1, yes. 2, where's question number 2? For medium, 1 block at a time speed, is that mostly for the visual of watching it chew through? Yes. Okay, 3. Config kiosk. Resume the same pop-up menu style as the magnet grapple config screen. Once you weigh in on animation plus those 3, I'll start building what you're thinking. What are you thinking? 3. Yeah. Similar style. Oop. As our other config menus. And what it's talking about there is if I shift and right click, this brings up a menu for the magnet. And same thing, if I'm holding the grappling gun and I shift and right click, we get the config menu for this protocol, right? So that's the idea. I gave it a whole lot of insight on what we're looking for in the quarry. And right now it's going to go build it. And then we'll have to relaunch the game as it updates the modded jar file. And we'll play test it from there. So Claude's going to take some time to work. It'll probably take quite a little bit because, as it said, this is kind of the biggest, most intensive protocol that I think we've tried to develop so far. I mean, even just conceptually, it's the most extensive. So basically what I want to happen is the player will say, hey, let's run our quarry protocol, and Claude will coach the player to set the bounding box of the quarry by 2 opposite corners. So if I say, hey, Claude, can you help me run the quarry protocol, and I want to build a quarry right here, it'll say, okay, set corner 1, and I'll go here, and I'll type, set corner 1 here, right? And I'll do the same with the second corner over wherever I want the quarry to be, right? And I set this corner, and then it'll mark out that corner, and it'll build the little command center. We'll go walk up to the command center. We'll configure how we want the quarry to be, if we want it to be a rectangle, a circle, how fast we want it to dig, what blocks to save or not to save, right? If we want it to dig the whole quarry but not load all the stone into the chest, just the good stuff, right? We can configure that. And yeah, there's probably some things that I'm not thinking of quite yet that we'll have to cross some bridges when we get there. But yeah, all in all, I think I wrote a pretty extensive document on what we're looking for, and we'll see what Claude builds for us, and we'll test it and find out together. So yeah, while we're just waiting for Claude to go ahead and build that, we're going to just play around a little bit. I really like this grappling gun. Man, that's really cool. Let's do fling mode and go fling some mobs. Fling, fling. So we can fling ourselves, and we can also fling animals and mobs and stuff too. So that's pretty fun. Bye, cow. And if you guys want to see the magnet, it's off right now. Now it's on. If we go use our vein miner pick like we were down there just a second ago. Am I out of rockets? I'm out of rockets. Well, that's fine. Let's go see if we can fly down here and see if we can find some more veins of ore that we can play around with. Here's some coal over here. Now that our magnet's on, we can dig this out and just watch the items flow into our inventory. Looks like that one's stuck on that block. That's okay. So yeah, that's the idea of at least a couple of these protocols. And the plan is just to keep on developing, building more protocols to add to the roster. And that way, if any of you guys get this mod and you want to also install any of these protocols that I've been developing. It's super easy. Just drag and drop them into your protocols folder. And yeah, you can also use the mod to develop your own protocols if you have an idea. If there's been a mod that you've always wished was in the game, or if you have ideas and don't want to wait for a mod developer to develop them for you, well, you don't have to. You just get the AI in Minecraft mod, and that's it. This is the mod to end all mods. Anybody can develop any little mini mod by developing protocols in the world. And if you're new here, also another cool, there's a few other cool things that this mod does. Obviously, you saw you can talk to AI in the game, and it'll just help you. It knows everything about the game, so it can coach you through. It can answer any questions you have. And the cool thing is, every conversation you have, every session that you're running this mod and talking to the AI in your world, gets saved. So if I stop this conversation or leave this world, it gets saved to the memory of the mod. And next time I load back in this world, the AI will prime itself and read the most recent conversation. So it just picks up right where you left off, with continuity preserved, and it won't miss a beat, right? So that's one cool aspect, the conversation and memory aspect of this mod. Ooh, let's get to... I should have put it in real mode when I wanted to come up here. But okay, let's actually do that. Real. And yeah, the next thing, so we talked about the conversation and the continuity between sessions. We talked about protocols. That's this whole series, what it's about. It can also save and paste and rotate and manipulate structures. I mean, it can build things in the world on its own too, right? Like I asked Claude to build a giant statue of Steve with a top hat, a wizard tower, Eddie Van Halen's guitar, right? And it built these things on its own. Then you can have it save a structure, or you can save any structure that you've already built on your own and save it to your assets folder, assets/structures, and you can paste them back in any other world. So that's kind of the main functions of this mod, and it kind of covers everything that I can think of so far. I'm sure there will be more things and systems we want to build in the future. Okay, design locked in. I'm writing the mod code now. Self-contained, so it's fully shareable. This is a big one. This is a big one. New files. I'll ping you as I go. Then it needs a rebuild and relaunch before we can playtest. Right. So yeah, just like any other mod or any other time that you edit how the game works, well, it's not going to change in the session that you're running in. So Claude's changing the files on the computer right now. It's changing the way the game works. But for that to kick in and take effect, you'll just have to relaunch the game one time. And we can ask the AI to do that for us, or when it says it's ready to go, we can save and quit and exit the game and relaunch it, and the mod will then be updated at that point, and then we can start playtesting. So yeah, all in all, that's good. And now we're just, you can see the magnets working, and these items are following us around because our inventory is full. I'm going to turn this magnet off, actually. And for now, it's kind of just a waiting game until Claude says it's done working. And then we can relaunch and get into playtesting and see what it did. If it accomplished our vision, or if it needs more tweaking. I imagine it's not going to get everything on the first go, especially because, like it's saying, this is kind of the biggest protocol that we've tried to do. It's pretty ambitious so far. And even when we were developing the magnet, it got all the functionality right first try, but we weren't really happy with the texture, so we had it redo the texture of this magnet a couple of times until we were happy. And the same thing happened with the grappling hook. The grappling hook, after we had our first go at it, we thought of more additions to add on to it, and we needed to update the texture because it didn't look great the first time. But yeah, then after you just do a little bit of work with the AI, asking it to help you develop the protocol initially and then tweak and change the little things you want tweaked, it does it all automatically. It takes a little bit of time, just like anything else with AI if you're asking it to do it for you. I mean, gosh, it's still way faster than waiting for a developer or to write the code yourself. It'll take care of it, and you just kind of coach it and guide it until you're happy. And then when you're happy, you lock it in, and boom, you got yourself a new protocol. So Claude is working. You can see up there at the top, we recoded a boss bar to show the AI's progress, and we're at 10 minutes so far, and it'll continue to check in and give us little updates. But yeah, so now we're just waiting, playing the waiting game, and that's A-okay. Let's grapple up there. I think we should do another little update for this grappling hook, because if you notice the chain sound is tied to like the end thing, the little hook. It's not tied to the gun, and I think we should reverse that. So because if you notice right now, right, when we start going, you don't hear the sound effect until you get close to the hook. I think that needs to be reversed so that the sound effect is tied to the grappling gun itself rather than the hook, so you hear it taking action as you're grappling in, right? Looks like that was outside of our 200 block range. Let's see if this is close enough. That was right on the edge. Right on. Take us through the clouds. I like that. Also, if you're new here or if you haven't seen my channel in a while, I know I've been gone for a while too, and I just recently started coming back to uploading and streaming and all that. We also just last night started a new series with this mod where we have Claude DMing the world and the gameplay for us. So if you don't know, DM stands for Dungeon Master, referencing Dungeons and Dragons, right? So, oh, something went wrong on that one. CL driver error, timeout. Okay. What's wrong? What's wrong, Claude? It's probably just a really long request, so it timed out. I think we have like a 14-minute timeout limit or something like that. And so since this is the biggest protocol we're asking it to write so far, it might take a couple steps, but even then, that's okay. It's not going to just give up, right? It's writing in real time. So even if it times out, it'll go back and pick up where it left off. So that's all gravy and that's all good. Okay, writing the engine now, auto dig each. Okay, nothing's wrong, just heads down, building a dig feature. About 6 out of 9 done. Writing the auto dig engine now. I'll need to rebuild and relaunch before we can playtest, and I'll walk you through it. Hang tight, 2 more minutes. All right, I don't believe you about the just 2 more minutes, but we'll see. We'll see, Claude. Oop, wow, that wasn't fun. Here we go. It gives us a nice little boost at the end so we can get up on top of whatever we're grappling to. Very nice. Very, very nice. Man, it's blazing hot in my office. I'm going to take a sip of my drink here. Excuse me, sorry about that. Now we're in survival, but we sort of had Claude just set us up with God mode. It's always day. We got regeneration and saturation infinity. and an unbreakable elytra. So we're in survival just for the fun of it, but really this is kind of a god mode survival world at this point because we had our AI kind of give us those abilities, right? Yeah, see up there, 2 minutes so far. That's already, Claude, you've gone back on your promise. It's taken more than 2 minutes. This is a weird little cave thing right here, just on the very edge of this. Let's see if we can repel, well, if we can grapple across this lake here. Oh yeah. Right on. Very cool. Another thing about this grappling hook is it negates fall damage. So whenever you grapple, if you fall or you don't make it, what do we have? Negation time. So that's fall damage negation time. And you can set it, right? You configure all this stuff. And this kind of configuration menu is I'm hoping similar to what the configuration menu on the Quarry kiosk command center thing will look like too. Oh, nothing over there. Take me there. Oh, that's too low on the arm. We're going to have to... There we go. Now we'll make it. Let's get up on the hat. Let's go inside the hat. And okay. We're still just waiting. Just waiting. Don't worry. All this will be cut out of the VOD. This waiting time. There we go. Okay. Alright. The clickable pop-up didn't go through. That intermediate connection hiccup again. So I'll just ask in chat. Quarry V1 is built, compiled, clean, and deployed to your mods folder. Verified all 9 new classes confirmed, but NeoForge can't hot reload. Yep. Needs a full quick relaunch. Yep. Here's what's in this build. Quarry create flow. I mark your 2 corners. Sample a safe surface. Height, then mod auto builds the raised command center kiosk on top, a walk-up ramp, and a storage chest bank underneath. Right-click the kiosk, config screen, same style as the magnet, grappling menu shape, rectangle, circle, speed, keep stone on or off, keep dirt, gravel on or off, depth to bedrock or stop at a set Y, plus save and start query buttons on start. It fences the perimeter in your chosen shape, force loads the pit chunks and digs on its own. Each tick, ores, valuables always kept, discards voided with the spark vacuum tube trail, arcing each kept block into the chest it runs autonomously. You're free to do other things and saves to disk so it resumes after a relaunch. Want me to handle the rebuild plus relaunch now? It'll briefly disconnect you, or would you rather relaunch yourself when you're ready? Yeah, go ahead and rebuild and relaunch for us now, and then we'll get into playtesting next. So it's going to close the game and relaunch it for us automatically, and then you'll actually get to see that it's going to remember this session. When we get back in the next session after the rebuild and relaunch, we're going to come back to this world, and it'll pick up right where we left off. We won't have to tell it what's going on. It'll remember, right? So it's going to close the game here any second, and then it should relaunch it on its own also, and then we'll join the world back again. And yeah, I'm actually going to open up the controller, and I'm going to drag it over here. And so when the game closes, we'll be able to watch when the session is saved. This build here is actually from my survival super flat world. I went into a creative copy of that world when we were starting to first develop and test this mod as a whole. Oh, there it goes. So that's why there's a cross section and it's all a little goofy because it's a survival build. So if you watch the console down here, it'll recognize that there's no player in an active world anymore, and then in the activity log it'll pop up when it saves that last session, and then we'll be good to go. Didn't crash, that was intentional. You know what? Sometimes this happens where when Claude closes the game, the session's still running because the player wasn't the one to leave the game. So we'll relaunch, and then we'll hang out on the home screen for a second. Let's open up the controller again. Now it'll see the game's active, but we're not in a world. Then it should save that last session. Yo, what's going on? Okay, it looks like things got a little confused. I should have just stopped the game on our own. So what we're going to do is we're going to stop the controller. Oh, there. Now you see, now it's saved. Okay. Now we'll relaunch the controller, launch everything, and everything should be gravy after that. We'll just wait it to catch back up and reprime. We'll see what's going on. Let's go fly down to a place where we can test the quarry. Where do we want to do this test? Maybe right there. Let's test it over here in this stone area. See what happens. We can also just do this. Start the controller there, or the bridge there. There we go. Everything's back up and running. Then Claude should tell us what's going on, that everything's good. I'm going to just get rid of this stuff right here so we have a little flat spot to start the quarry. Let's turn this on for fun. Okay. So it should be live and ready to play test now. Okay. And then I don't know, should we start with a circle or a rectangle? I don't know. Cool. Let's play test the quarry. Sorry, I was just messing with the controller over there really quick. Oh, look at that. Yeah, that's, quarry number 1 is built and the command center and config kiosks are up. That's just south of where you are, of where you're standing, raised up on its platform. Well, this is no good. I also don't think that's going to be enough chess. this is already going to be, I can tell this is going to be longer than the chat will allow. So we'll type it in the console. The player through setting the bounding box corners first before setting the control tower just outside of that box on the ground in a way the player can walk up stairs facing the correct way smoothly up to the terminal. All right, another round of tweaking, because yeah, that's not good. What is that? Let's see what this looks like. Yeah, this is not stairs. I don't like that. Oh. Quarry number 1 is canceled. Mine's 0 blocks. Okay. All right, Claude, get it together here. So yeah, we told Claude this is an okay first try, but it's not good enough. It's floating. The player can't get to it. That's not nearly enough storage. It's an okay first attempt, but pretty poor all in all. It's not what we're looking for. So we'll see if it corrects itself after I basically critiqued it. We'll see what happens. We shall see. Give me just a second while Claude's working. I'm going to come over here and play with my stream. Okay. Let's see what the AI does. Okay. Remote Quarry Command Center. Terrain aware foundation. No more floating. Real stone brick stairs. Compiling now. Okay. That's good. Yeah, and did you get that this Yeah, and did you get that this isn't even nearly enough storage too? Done. The fix is written, compiled, clean, build successful, and deployed to your mods folder. Here's what changes in the command center. No more floating. It now samples the real terrain height at each of its own columns via the world surface height map and fills the solid foundation from the actual ground up to the deck instead of anchoring everything to the pit's single surface number, which is what left it hovering on the sloped ground. Lodestone kiosk centered on the pit facing edge. The sea lanterns flanking it. Okay. Yeah, I'll do it myself this time. And before we do, can you delete this old failed version first? It'll take a second. I'm sending it too many requests right now. I mean, it's fine. It'll run through the requests in order once it's done working, but it's still working on me saying, hey, that's not nearly enough storage, right? So we'll give it a second, and then we'll relaunch the game. Hopefully it'll do better. I asked it to delete this first, and when it deletes that, then that'll be our cue to save and quit and relaunch the game. Alrighty. Oops, sorry, I just hit my mic. I apologize. Goodness gracious, it is blazing hot here in my office. Look at that piece of coal following us. I guess if you have a full inventory and you have the magnet on, you get little pets. Little item pets. Come here, Cole. Come here. That's funny. Sick. Let's just fly back down there. I do agree that this is probably our most ambitious protocol we've tried to develop so far. I think this will be one of the more fun ones, though, when it's all said and done. Maybe one of the more, maybe not fun, but practical. Just messing around with our grappling hook. Did we hit that little... Oh, wow, look at that. Good aim. Dang, that was good aim. We hit the little... what is this called? Androd? From dang near 200 blocks away, I guess. Right on. And that thing's still there. That's too far, I guess. Let's see if this is close enough. right now we're just playing around with our previous protocols, our grappling hook, while Claude is working on updating our Quarry protocol that we're working on in this episode. So, first round of playtesting the new Quarry protocol was a bust. This is close, but not exactly what we asked for. There's not stairs here, it's just blocks. There's not nearly enough storage here, and it's also floating. So all those things should be fixed now in this next build. And Claude's just working on making sure it's fulfilling all our requests. So, yeah, nothing new there. And once it's done, we'll close the game, relaunch again, and try again. I love how, I mean, it gets it, right? I asked it to build this giant Steve with a top hat. Boom, first try. I asked it to go online and research Eddie Van Halen's guitar and build a giant statue of that. Boom, first try, right? Amazing. I love it. I love it. I love it. 1 minute so far. When it tells us that we're ready to relaunch the game and test the updated protocol, we'll do it again. And hopefully next time, the other thing that happened was I asked it to start playtesting to try, test the first quarry, and it spawned the command center before it asked me to set the bounding box of the quarry, right? Which is out of order, because if I say, hey, let's start the quarry, and it spawns this, but I want the quarry to be right under, well, that doesn't work, right? The players should set the bounding box of where they want the quarry to be, and then using that logic, then the command center gets set just outside of that, right? So that's the correct order of operations. And it didn't happen first try, but that's fine. I mean, goodness, programming a protocol or a mod itself, man, it's doing pretty great. Even though it wasn't perfect the first try, that's fine. A little bit of work is okay. All right. Let's see. Okay. Okay. And it got rid of that. So that's our cue that it's ready for us to save and quit the game and relaunch and try again. The one thing I want to make sure, okay. Okay, and when the player starts the Quarry Protocol, the first thing is helping them set the two opposite corners of the bounding box first, then placing the command center outside that box, a safe distance for storage expansion to occur too, right? If Claude says yes to that, we're good to save and quit and relaunch and try again. If it says no, it'll rewrite that now. And that'll be A-OK as well. Let's go over there to the cutoff section of my library from my survival world. Okay, hold on. When we get there, we'll read this. Okay, let's read what Claude said. Exactly right. That's the flow. One corner first. You stand at one corner of where you want the pit and tell me I read your live spot. Then you walk to the opposite corner and tell me that defines the dig box. Nothing gets placed until both are marked. Then the command center outside the box. The mod builds it just off the west edge of your box, a few blocks clear, so it never inside the dig zone. When the storage yard beside it and the stairs up, the kiosk on the expansion room, good instinct on the storage yard grows southward as it fills away from the pit, so it extends. Well, if it expands backwards away from the pit, collide with the stairs if too much storage is needed. It'll answer that question for us. Claude is working. Okay. Let's go fling these animals out of here. Whoa. Oh. Whoa. Okay. World saving. I think Claude did that on its own. We'll relaunch the game, and then I'm going to check the controller really quick to see what's going on. Okay. Okay, we're in the world. Okay. Yeah, it did that on its own. I don't know why. Because that's not... We weren't ready yet. Get over here. Oh, bye-bye. Did you get my question about the storage expansion colliding with the stairs if it expands backwards rather than outwards? Okay, same thing's going on where we're gonna stop the controller and we're gonna see world saved. We're gonna save and quit. Quit the game. Relaunch the game. Oh, game's still running, still shutting down. Loading, loading, loading. Whoa, look at that. Does anybody even play Dungeons? I mean, apparently if they made a second one, right? Let's get back in the game. That cape you get for pre-ordering Dungeons 2, I kind of want it in real Minecraft, but if you only get it in the Dungeons game, I don't really care too much to pre-order it. But I would pre-order it if it gave you the cape in this game. Start true CLI bridge. Running. All right. And there we go. Claude's reconnecting. And we'll ask it one more time about if it got my question about the storage expanding backwards towards the stairs rather than outwards to either side. And I'll just do this. Okay, we'll see what it says. That's fun. Chickens just float. I like that a lot. Good question. And no, I didn't lose it. Let me check the actual current code. So I answer from what's really there, not memory. Searching for two patterns. Read one file and yep, got it. I checked the actual current query code. The answer is this. For real rather than from memory. Here's the honest layout. The command center sits on the west side of the pit. The staircase runs off the west side, off the deck, centered. It occupies just 3 middle rows at the deck's center Z. Stepping down westward, the storage yard doesn't grow backwards towards those stairs. It places south of the deck with a 2-block buffer and expands further south away from both the pit and the staircase. So because the stairs live in the center rows and the storage lives in the southern rows, they're in separate lanes. Okay, cool. Cool. So are we ready to play test again? Ah! Cool. Let's start a quarry. Oh, I said worry. It's okay. It'll know what's going on. It'll know. It'll know. Perfect. Let's go. You're at about da 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 da. Right now, uh, this is your first corner of the pit. If so, stand right where you want the corner and say corner one to lock it. Okay. Let's go here. Where I'm at now is what I want to be corner one. And then it'll save this location. Let's just make sure that it's not hallucinating on the coordinates. So we're at 8, -73. 8, -, okay, fair enough. Now walk to the diagonal opposite corner. Okay, and we want it to be here. Okay, I'm at the second corner now. 29, -53. Why is it taking? Oh, it's because it's not just locking in the second corner. It's locking in the second corner and deciding where to put the command center. Whoa! Look at that. Okay. Now that looks good. No stairs yet. It's probably okay, but the stair is facing the right way. So probably it's gonna do. Okay. It teleported me up here. There's no stair set down to the ground from the command center. See what it says. It might just build the stair set there, and if it does, that's not what we want. We want it to make sure that that's part of the protocol as well. So we'll see what it does. What? At 0105, what does that mean? Oh, 0. Yeah, no. till it... Okay. Yeah, that's still wrong. That's even wrong. Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay. All right. Here we go. Try number 3, I think this is. But I do think that this storage thing is better, and it said it'll expand out that way, or out that way, I think. So that'll be good. This is wrong. It's a block too high. This is a block too high. So that's wrong. And we told Claude, and we were hoping that it'll correct all that. Rectangle, circle. Okay. That config menu does look good. I mean, that's all the settings there, so that's good. It's just this isn't good yet, and I'm not gonna run the first test of the quarry until the operations of starting it is solid, right? So, um, um, I'll save and quit and relaunch the game when you tell me we're good to try again, but first you need to delete this second failed attempt. While it's working really quick, I'm gonna... where are these zombies coming from? I think they're spawning under that build over there. But yeah, give me 1 second. I have to go use the restroom really quick. Give me 2 seconds, and I'm also gonna grab another cold drink, and I'll be right back. We'll let Claude work, and I'll be right back in just 2 minutes. Okay, we're back. Yeah. No. Yeah, that's good. How would it know that there's no... Okay, we gotta go light this thing up over here. I don't... Whoa! What is going on there? Oh, they're coming from there. Why is my controller texture all messed up? Is it messed up over here? No, it's good there. What happened? Huh. What's going on there? We'll ask it about that. That's disheartening. Why would it change something about the mod like that? I mean, it still works. It still has the AI thing, but that's really goofy. Really goofy to me. And we are gonna wait for it to do what it's doing and respond to that question, because that's a little bit maddening. It should never do anything that affects the mod. Well, maybe that's I don't know. I don't know why that would happen. I really don't know why that would happen. Hi, Mr. Sheep. Bye, Mr. Sheep. Oh, sorry about that. Whoa! Get out of my face, you scary guy. Uh-oh, he's coming for us. Ha! Sucker. Get got. Get grappled. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. There we go. Now that's good. That's good. And it said that the code does the same thing. So, okay. All right. Bye, everything. Okay. Now it's working on the other requests. It deleted that. Yeah, I would love to get to playtesting, but you're breaking things, Claude. Come on now. The heck is up with that? In both scenarios, that button's broken. That's dumb. I don't like that at all, even a little bit. 'Tis life working with AI, right? Ooh. Okay, if I do a fling right at my feet, oh, it just launches you up. Okay. Okay, so maybe there was just a loading bug when we launched the game this time. Okay, well, I'll manually save and quit and relaunch. Then we'll test again. Okay. Let's see what's going on here. I mean, it's good there. It's good there. Where's the other place? Okay. We're gonna save and quit to title. This should save the game. Session saved. Exit. Quit game. We'll give it a second. And we'll relaunch and we'll try again. Hopefully with no missing texture this time. I bet it was just a loading bug because we've been working on a lot of things. We're streaming right now. There's a lot of things going on this machine, so it may have just had a hiccup in loading our modded textures. This is the cape I was talking about. If they give us this cape in Minecraft, I'll pre-order this game and I'll never play it just so I could get that cape. That's good. Controller's still running, so I don't have to do anything there. I just gotta join the world again. Yeah, now it's back. Okay, thank God. That was weird. I don't know why that happened. It scared me though. I thought Claude went on a rampage and wanted to spite us. Okay. Let's try this again. Hopefully the stairs get built now. And everything will be good. This will be our first corner. Actually, we're going to try it on a few different levels. So this will be our first corner. Okay. All right. Okay. I'm at corner 1 now. At 7, -74. Okay. 8, -74. Is that this one? Oh. Yeah. Okay, so it selected that block. That's fine. Close enough. And then we're actually going to go up 2 levels here. I'm at corner 2 now. At 31, -50. You know what? It's when it's setting the corners, it's not talking about the height. So we'll have to find out if it's taking into account the different levels and heights at the surface or not. Okay. Corner number 3 is built. Command center, kiosk. Okay, let's go see. These stairs better be right, man. Yeah. Okay. Good. Oops. Shape. Rectangle. Speed. Layer at a time. We'll do fast. Keep stone. No. Yes, because we have enough chests. Keep dirt and gravel. No. Depth down to bedrock. Whoa! Wow. 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 That was really fast. Okay. Okay, it looks like it works back to front. Wow. Okay. That was amazing. That was amazing. Don't mind if I do. I bet there's more diamonds over there too. I saw a third minecart somewhere. Maybe we should have an option to go down past bedrock too, mine bedrock. Oh, there's the other one. Whoa. Calm down, guy. Okay. Look, it exposed diamonds and all that. Fantastic. I mean, yeah. And it started at the highest point, so that's good. Okay. Okay. That was fantastic. It was really, really fast. That was really fast. Do we want to keep it that fast? I mean, if this is a protocol... Okay. That was very super fast. I mean, that was pretty crazy. That should be like the super speed mode. I want to find more diamonds. Well, they're not going to be there. They're going to be when we hit Blackstone, then we'll work backwards like a couple chests. Okay. Diamonds. Okay. Oh, I got amethyst. Okay, so there were the diamonds. Okay, I guess we got all the diamonds. 57 diamonds. That's amazing. Okay. That's the mod chewing through the whole column. I can confirm the real numbers. Quarry number 3 done. Dug clean down to bedrock. Okay. I have 2 thoughts, but before we make any more changes, I want to go test another one with different settings. So my 2 thoughts are that what we just did layer by layer, that should be called super speed mode, because I mean it was just quick. And if a player uses this in survival mode, I mean that's just going to be way too OP. So I mean we shouldn't bar them from that, right? We should allow super speed mode, but you should have to like want that. And like layer by layer, it should be like 1 layer, 2 layer, 3 layer, down to bedrock like that. So it still takes a little bit of time and waiting. And then block by block is even slower, like if a player was mining it. So I think there should be 3 speed modes. The other thing is, I told it to build walls, but I didn't specify that I want it to actually use the wall blocks, because this just made a 2-block tall wall, which is not what we want. We want wall blocks that follow, like we would have a wall here, not 2 stone blocks up there, right? So, and then the other critique I had is, what was the other thing I was thinking? I don't remember. But let's go test another one. Let's go away, and we'll go make another quarry elsewhere. Yep, there's corner 1. And we'll go over here for corner 2. See, we'll give it some problems with the trees. We'll see how it handles trees and what it does. I think that big old tree there might give it some problems, but we'll find out. Okay. Okay, now we're going to do circle, block by block, keep stone. Yes, we'll keep stone. No. Depth down to bedrock. Yeah, down to bedrock. Start query. Oh, that's beautiful. That's more like, yeah. Oh, see, okay. So we didn't do squares, so. That's sick. That's really sick. Maybe we don't need 3 settings because it's... This is what I was thinking about for like the overtime, right? Oh, the other thing I was going to say is I like the particle effects, but it's not, that's not blocks, and there's nothing over top. Like there's no mechanism going on here, you know? I would like to see, oh man, that's so cool. But I would like to see some like machinery or something going on, like, or at least like the blocks themselves actually flying into the chest so we can have a visual represent. Well, I mean, we see what blocks are being mined, right? But that's cool. Can we... Does it... I think it starts over here. Yeah, it starts over here. Wow. And then it moves on to this one. Yup. That's so cool. Stairs, perfect. That's great. This is fantastic. I love that a lot. We should have an option to stop the query. Okay. Okay. Copy. Paste. Okay. While we wait for Claude to respond, we're going to just watch this. Because this is beautiful. I really like this. I mean, we can just go down here. Watch it dig out the blocks. Okay, let's go up here and read what Claude said. Love all of it. This is a great punch list. My take, point by point. Speed tiers. Yes, let's make it 3 named modes. Super speed, the instant one from test 1, keep as is. Cruise, the middle, visible layer by layer at a watchable pace. And precise, slow, block by block. That's a great stream pacing spread. Pause, resume, stop, easy add, and it pairs nicely with the auto pause when storage full backstop. That's already in there. Kiosk gets pause, resume, and cancel buttons. Dig through bedrock into the void, doable as a 2 void depth option. That clears bedrock 2. 1 flag, that leaves a literal bottomless hole, so I'd want a safety rail or warning so you or mobs don't just fall through. Okay with that? Walls is real wall blocks. Follow the terrain, agreed. Wrapping the 2 tall full block perimeter for actual wall blocks. That contour to the bounding box's elevation will look way cleaner. Good call. Animation / machinery. This is a big one and the most fun. Actual mined blocks visibly arcing into the storage chests. Maybe a drill or gantry rig over the pit. Most work of the bunch, but the biggest visual payoff. Want me to build all of it in one pass, then one rebuild, relaunch, and test everything together, or start with the quick wins and tackle the animation as its own focus? Yeah, do it all. Do it all, Claude. Do it all. Ooh. Yeah, because I, like right now, I would pause this if I had a pause button. But I don't, right? So that's all right. This is pretty satisfying to watch. What happens when it hits water? Does it just delete it? What does it do? We're about to find out, folks. Ooh, 2 more rows. Okay, water flows out. It deletes the water. That's great. Heck yeah, that's perfect. That's great. Sorry, I just got an email from Claude Code. That's okay. AI is wild, man. Okay. Look at that. That's so perfect. Okay. Also, this noise is sort of annoying. Why is there a... Look at that. If you ever need a bunch of stone for building blocks, here you go. Maybe we add it so we should have said also silk touch. Okay. With that said, that's going to be the last request. We send Claude for it to be working on this. I'm going to go get the heck out of here and get away from that and just let it do its thing. Can we, is it still going from far away? Here, let me go. Oh yeah, we can still see it going. That's amazing. Hi, Mr. Chicken. What are you doing? You gotta get out of this hole, bud. Bye. Creeper. What? Oh, I was shifting, that's why. Okay, never mind. Get me out of this hole now. Okay. Plan locked in. Building 3 speed modes. Da, 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 da. Stop at the kiosk. Dig through the void. Options. Wall blocks to follow the terrain. Mine blocks visibly. Flying into the chest. Corner rigs. Wiring code now. Cool. Wire that code, Claude. Yeah, I mean, this is fantastic. I know this is, I think this is the longest stream slash live episode session we've had in building this, protocols in this mod. But I think it's well worth it because, I mean, at the beginning of the stream, Claude did say this is the most ambitious one yet. But I think it's working out good. I mean, it took a few attempts to really dial in, like, actually what we wanted, right? But it's listening and doing it right. I mean, this is a quarry. And it did this one dang fast. So that's a little bit weird, but yeah, I'm blown away at this, honestly. The fact that anyone could get this mod and develop any other little mini mod like this for themselves. I mean, come on. Why do you ever need any other mod ever again? And here's the other thing, because this AI is running on your computer, not just in the bounding box of the game it's running in, you could tell it, hey, go get a mod that does exist and install it for me, and it would do that, right? It's running on, it's got control of the computer with you as the user controlling it from within the game, right? So it's not stuck to the game. It can use the internet. It can all that, right? So this is really, truly amazing to me. I'm going to go check on this other quarry over here now. So cool. That's really cool. I like that a lot. What is that? Oh, that was my that was my cursor. I don't think we're low enough to get diamonds yet. Not even close. Next layer. Look at that. So beautiful. I can't wait to see what this update's going to look like. It's going to have blocks and some machinery, I guess. Okay. The code's written across 8 files. Compiling the mod now. Check it. Builds clean. Yeah, go check it. Thanks, Claude. Make sure you're doing your work well. This is amazing. Goodness, we're already at 2 hours into this stream. That's too long. That's okay. We're gonna chop this up and edit it better later. Let's see if it can stop this quarry. Oh, and we have to make sure it got my note about the silk touch setting also. This is kind of satisfying to watch, I'm not gonna lie. It's like a reverse 3D printer. I wonder if that water is going to cover the whole quarry eventually. Let's see. Did it get silk touches in and compiled, clean, deployed? Cool. Done. Quarry number 4 is stopped and its chunks released. Cool. I'm excited to see the new animation. If it's just the blocks or there's some machinery, either way, I'm gonna be stoked. Okay, save and quit. See that controller. Make sure it saves the session. Session saved. Cool. Exit. Quit the game. Give it a second to actually shut down on the machine. Launch again. Okay, we'll jump back in. And Claude will reprime, and we'll go test again elsewhere. Oh. Where do we want to do this? Maybe behind this mountain somewhere. Oh yeah, up here, over here. That's a big ruined portal over there, dang. That's a cool little cliff right there. Okay. Is this a flower mountain? Okay, we'll do it right here. That's going to be in the way. Let's just see what happens. All right. Oh. Okay. I want to start a new quarry, and I'm at corner 1. I want to start a new quarry, and I'm at corner 1 now. Negative 827.40. Cool. Now we'll go to corner number 2. All right. I'm at corner to now. Negative 79781. Nice. What did it do to the terrain over here? That's a good solution. It just kind of, yeah. Cool. What did it say? Quarry number 5 is built. Command center, kiosk. Okay. Just da-da-da-da-da-da. Okay, all right, let's test it. Rectangle, speed, cruise, layer by layer, speed, precise, block by block, super, instant. Let's try the cruise mode because we already tried the other two. Keep stone. Yes. Keep dirt and gravel. No. Mining mode. Default drops. Silk touch. Depth down to bedrock. Through bedrock into the void. Start query. Whoa. Whoa. That's gonna... Okay. Wow. Okay. Stop. Two things. That's way, way too many particles. Not the animation we're looking for. And once I stopped the quarry, I couldn't get back into kiosk to restart. Also, walls have gaps at elevation changes and need to be connected. And there's no machinery. Forget about, okay. Okay. And yeah, those walls don't look great. I I like the lanterns. That's sick. Silk touch mode worked. This is taking it out of me. I hope this next update is the one that makes us happy. But yeah, let's get out of here. This one was kind of a failure. We'll go back to our main area. Ha, that's fun. If you're flying and you have the grappling hook in fling mode and you get, woo, it just flings you fast. See there, I was flying fast, blah. I was flying faster than it could fling me. Oh, that is just so quick. That's insanity. I'm breaking the sound barrier there. Yeah, and I'm flying faster than the projectile. Alrighty. One more try. Let's just hang out in this geode for a second. Taking the view. Wait for Claude to be done working. Found all four. Found all four. Rewriting the quarry code now. Real copper transport pipe for machinery. Killing the principal particle storm. Connecting the walls across slopes and making stop restartable build next. Cool. Thanks, Claude. We'll cut that part out. We don't need to add that little note there. Cone change is done. Compiling the mod now. Make sure that all builds are clean. All right. Let's see. All 4 fixes compiled and deployed. Walls connected across slopes. Each fence post now fills from its own ground up to the height of its tallest neighbor, so elevation steps are bridged. Great. Solid instead of leaving diagonal gaps. Yep. Real machinery. No more particle storm. I ripped out the old block dust arc. That was on every mine block. Wow. Now there's a physical iron transport pipe running from an intake hopper over the pit arm across the... Okay. Okay. instead of thousands. Stop is restartable. Stop no longer kills the quarry. It halts the dig and drops back to the configurable state. And the kiosk now always reopens, even a finished one. So you can reconfigure and start again from the same command center. One important catch, same as always. This is build. Okay. Yeah, I'll save and quit and restart myself manually. I think if everything's right, this should be the last one. We'll see what that new animation copper pipeline thing is all about. We'll see. Saving the world. Let's see the controller. Hey, open controller. What the heck? It's alright. We'll open it again when we get back over there. Yep, okay, it's saved. Good. And here we are. Where do we want to go start another quarry? Let's just go over here next to this other one we started with. This will be, yeah, right here can be the starting point. Okay, let's see. Hopefully this is the last try. Let's start a new quarry. I'm at corner 1 now. Cool. I'm at corner 2 now. Okay, and there's our starting point. Alrighty. Stairs are great. Alrighty. Shape. Circle. Speed. Cruise. Layer by layer. Speed precise, block by block, or super. Instant. We'll do cruise. Keep stone. Yes. Keep dirt and gravel. No. Mining mode. Silk touch. Depth. Through bedrock. Alright, start quarry. Whoa. Okay. The walls are still broken. I don't like that. Whoa. That's crazy. Water pit filled that up. Okay, I also don't really like this. What is this? Particles right there. Yeah, this is not good. This isn't good, you guys. I mean, it's fine. It's working. Everything kept, storage, okay. Ooh, okay, yeah, this is a problem. We're getting a little bit out of hand here. I think we'll rewind and go back to, well, see, this is better than nothing, but it's not, this isn't what we're envisioning, and those walls are, I don't know what's going on there. I don't know why they're, oh, okay. Because it said the highest one next to its neighbor, so that's kind of rough. That's kind of rough. But we've been streaming for 2.5 hours, and I think, like, not that this is a good stopping point because we're not done, but I think this is going to be the first time where we're going to have to, not have to, but I'm going to choose to stop here, and then we'll come back and tackle this. In the next stream tomorrow, we'll get back to work here, and we'll have a part 2 to this for the first time. At least stream-wise, we'll probably have like one video compiled by the end of it. But yeah, I'm gonna, you know what? Actually, I lied. Tomorrow we're gonna get back to our, well, let's see. Tomorrow's Saturday. So I think Monday we'll be back to our AI is our DM series, and we'll do our second stream of that. And then Tuesday, we'll come back here and we'll try to fix this fiasco that's been going on. And we'll try to kind of bring it back home and fix everything. And yeah, that'll be next time. So I'm going to log off here, and I'm going to tell you guys thanks for being here. But this won't be the end of the video. This will just be the end of this stream. And I'll say goodbye to you guys at the end of the video when we reconcile all this and get it all dialed in till when we're happy. Hopefully next stream. Claude wasn't joking when it said this is the most ambitious protocol we've tried yet, and I should have left it alone. It was doing pretty good earlier in the earlier versions, but that's okay. We'll bring it back home and we'll get what we really want. So we're not just kind of happy, but actually happy with the results. And yeah, we'll keep on moving and keep pushing forward. So I'll see you next time in the AI DM world. And then we'll be back here in just a couple days and we'll fix all this. But yeah, thanks again for being here. I'm PeacockPlays, and I hope you all have a blessed day. Bye-bye.